Last Sunday, the Bengals offense struck for 3 touchdowns before the San Diego Chargers could run off a play from scrimmage. In what amounted to a dress rehearsal for this Sunday's playoff with the Raiders, quarterback Ken Anderson showed he's at the top of his game as he connected on 18 of 23 passes for 216 yards and 3 touchdowns, which isn't bad when you consider he only played the first half. At game's end, the Bengals had 47 points to their credit, an 11-3 record, and a wild card berth in the NFL's second season. It's the 3rd time in the Bengals' 8-year history to gain the playoffs, and they certainly have a number of high-performance players. Number 14, Ken Anderson, completed 228 passes this season for over 3,000 yards as he ranked out as one of the NFL's most efficient passers. 934 of those yards were accounted for by the always threatening Isaac Curtis, number 85. "21 times Anderson's tightly wound spiral zeroed in for touchdowns as receivers like Curtis and number 18, Charlie Joyner, made the Bengals the NFL's top-ranked passing team. But while Cincinnati's passing proficiency is their strength, their absence of a consistent rushing attack could well prove their Achilles heel in the playoffs. Throughout the season, the Bengals' running game has floundered, and if the Bengals are to be successful against a team like the Raiders, they'll have to find the key to mounting a more balanced attack. Unfortunately for the Bengals, their pathway to a championship is blocked by an opponent whose defensive strength seems tailored to the Bengals' demise. The Bengals have little hope of establishing a creditable rushing attack against the Silver and Black, whose staunch defense against the run is highly ranked in the league. Their much-respected front four of Otis Sistrunk, Tony Klein, Horace Jones, and number 80, Art Toms, promise to inject an element of terror to the Bengal pass pocket. And while Oakland's viciously tough defensive front promises to keep the Bengals committed to the pass, once Ken Anderson goes to the air, the two teams will be pitted strength against strength. For the Raiders have the league's top-ranked defensive secondary. In every game during the season, the Silver and Black has registered an interception, and their war with Cincinnati promises to be of game-deciding dimension. Matching the Bengals' point production will be the Kenny Stabler-led offense of the Raiders, and with a world-class sprinter like number 21 Cliff Branch, Oakland can score from any point on the field. While Branch is an ever-present threat long, number 25, Fred Biletnikoff, will chip away at the Bengals with the purest and surest first down routes in the league. In addition to their aerial attack, the Raiders will thrust a relentless ground offensive against the Bengals. In 1975, Oakland ran the football more than any team in the NFL, and their rushing attack could well control this Sunday's game. The man leading their rushing game is number 40, Pete Banaszak, a 31-year-old back who busted his way into opposition end zone 16 times this season as the Raiders compiled an 11-3 record and a remarkable 8th AFC Western Division crown. But the Raiders' 8th journey into the playoffs in 9 years has been in some ways a frustrating one for head coach John Madden. For this year, the Raiders ranked out 3rd in the league for yardage lost to interceptions and quarterback sacks. In addition to a sometimes backfiring passing attack, the Raiders' defensive secondary has more than occasionally transcended the limits of aggressive behavior. As a result of this and other infractions, the Raiders finished up the year as the most penalized team in the NFL. Against the Bengals, the Raiders must eliminate all such errors to assure themselves victory. In point of fact, when the Bengals defeated the Raiders 14-10 during regular season play, errors proved Oakland's undoing, as 4 times Ken Stabler aerials were intercepted to give Cincinnati a narrow margin of victory. But it's difficult to imagine the Oakland Raiders losing twice in the same year to the same team. The Bengals will obviously be competitive, but Oakland's balance, talent, and experience should prove the margin of victory.